Is learning to code still worth it? Since 2022, much of the marketing around AI has focused on selling the idea that human software engineers are a thing of the past. This narrative was crystallized in the recent vibe coding meme and substantiated by the popularity of coding tools like Cursor. Moreover, there has been a financial and engineering push for existing tech companies to innovate in the tooling for code generation, as seen most recently with Amazon's Cairo. These tools can be helpful, but it's my understanding that the hype surrounding them exceeds their utility. Saying today's AI can replace a human engineer is akin to saying a saw can replace a carpenter. It sounds ridiculous when put like that. Moreover, you may have the sharpest saw in the world, but if the person wielding the saw has no expertise in woodworking, they'll be limited in what they can produce. The issue we currently face is that the current iteration of AI remains a tool. However, it's being marketed as the carpenter itself. If you have no domain expertise in software engineering and all the complex and nuanced problem solving it entails, you'll likely misinterpret the saw for the actual carpenter. Production grade software, just like beautiful woodwork, requires the expertise of a craftsman. In our field, a highly skilled software engineer is that craftsman. AI thus becomes another tool for that craftsman to achieve the same end. To think that someone, especially someone that's non-technical, can pave the way to $1 million application via prompts is to assume that the tooling is so good that you no longer need the craftsman, or in our case, the engineer. However, for AI to actually achieve this feat, it would have to take each step of the software development lifecycle independently of human interaction, aside from the initial non-technical prompt. The proposition, when put this way, seems illogical. Developing production-grade software is an iterative process that involves planning a project, gathering and analyzing requirements, designing the system, writing and integrating code, testing it, deploying it to users, and then maintaining and improving it over time. AI can perform some of these individual steps today, but running the whole process end to end with all the weird problems that arise along the way requires a proper technical understanding, abstract thinking, and logical certainty that AI on its own cannot provide. Therefore, the most powerful person when it comes to building software with AI is not a layman or someone who doesn't understand code. The most powerful person when it comes to building software with AI is a software engineer. So is learning to code still worth it? If you want to get the most out of these AI tools and build functional and practical software, then yes, it's still worth it. But many of you aren't asking this question because you want to build software. The real question you're asking is if learning to code can still make you money. The short answer to this is yes. However, there's no overnight success, no easy button, and you'll spend a lot of time not seeing any money for your work before you make a dime from software engineering. For context, it took me nearly 2 years to earn my first dollar as an engineer, and that was with a favorable job market. If you're not deterred after hearing all that, I do offer consultations, which can be found linked below. Or if you're already trained and skilled in software engineering, but are struggling to land your first job or don't have the funds for a consultation, please check out this video right here. In this video, I teach you the framework for how I helped one of my students secure a technical role in today's tough job market. I also link to a written guide in that video that you can access and use at no cost to you to help you land your next job. Other than that, I will see you next time.